What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the show. Destination Delicious from Arizona. I'm Spencer.
And I'm Christy. We've absolutely loved our time here in Camp Verde. We're hanging out at the Verde Ranch Resort, and
it's just outside of Sedona, which if you've never been to Sedona, you need to come because it is absolutely
the
amazing.
Hiking, the red rocks, it's just such a cool, unique area of our country. But this RV resort is super cool because there's a lot of full-time families that come through here too, and so Cade's made tons of friends. The resort has so many amenities: hot tubs, pools, community centers. They even have like glamping tents and Conestoga wagons, which we surprised Cade and stayed in one for like history, like road schooling history lesson. We got to teach
we like to mix schooling with fun. So we stayed in the Conestoga wagon. We've got a beautiful day here. We're going to take advantage. Kate is playing with some friends next door, and we are going to whip up some sweet treats to share with everybody.
We're going to be making some apple turnovers.
So let's go fire up the Blackstone.
Our apple turnovers are really sort of like a mashup of a few of our favorite meals. We love apples, or these cinnamon brown apples, as a side dish to a lot of our pork meals. We've made them and griddled them for you several times before, but this time we're using them as a dessert. So the first step is to peel and cut up and slice all of these apples. This recipe is super easy. Honestly, the hardest part is all the peeling of the apples that you need to do.
Bear, what are you doing?
Remember, when you make the apple turnovers, we are going to be putting these in little pastry pockets to create that turnover look. So you don't want to have your apple slices too big, but they don't need to be exactly precise either. They will cook down a significant amount on the griddle.
All right, now that Christy is done cutting up the apples, I'm going to get everything ready for the griddle. So the first thing to do is to get some butter down on the griddle. We're going to use this whole stick in the recipe. So the first part is just to get about a tablespoon and a half or two. Get that on the griddle before we put the apples down.
Next, we're going to add our brown sugar, cinnamon, and butter to our apples and get that all mixed up nicely. I'm just going to eyeball this here too. We put a lot of apples because we're going to be making a bunch of turnovers to share, so I'm going to load it up with some brown sugar. And a hefty dose of cinnamon. That already smells so delicious. And we're going to plop down a few butter cubes.
All right, so I've got the griddle set to medium heat. Now the name of the game is just keeping an eye on the apples. I'm going to toss them every so often until they get soft and tasty. Cooking the apples will take a little bit of time, but it's well worth it to make sure that they don't burn and that they cook down nice and evenly. And our apples are just about done now, so I'm going to pull them off the griddle, put them in a bowl and set them aside to cool. Then I'm going to clean the griddle off really well because we need a smooth, clean surface to get our turnovers down.
So our apples are done. They're setting aside. They're cooling. I tasted one. It's very, very tasty. So next is we're gonna get these pastries ready to make our turnovers. Okay, so we're gonna take our puff pastry and open it up, and then I'm gonna cut 4 squares, scooping in those cinnamon brown sugar apples, closing the edges, flipping it over and checking the other side just to make sure those edges are really closed the best we can, and it is griddle ready.
Now it is time to cook our turnovers. I've got the griddle turned down just a little bit to medium-low heat. I'm going to get some butter on the griddle surface itself, and then we're also going to put some butter on each of the turnovers on both sides before we get them on the griddle.
All right, we had a butter brush, or like a liquid spreader brush, but
there was an incident.
We no longer have it. So I'm going to have to use a paper towel. We're getting creative here. All right, let's put these down. We're going to put these down butter
side down.
Butter side down on the griddle, and then I will come blot the top.
It's not going to take too long for the turnovers to cook. We've had them on the griddle for about 5 to 6 minutes now, and it's time to turn over our turnovers.
I see what you did there.
I've been waiting to use that one all day.
Oh, good gracious.
These are looking amazing. The dough is perfectly golden brown on the first side. So another 4 or 5 minutes on the second side and we will be ready to pull them off and eat. All right, we've got our turnovers off now. The last order of business is a little bit of whipped cream to top them off nicely.
That is extremely impressive and way better than what I would have done.
I know. That's why I did it.
All right, and then we're just gonna dust a little.
Breezy dust them.
Yeah. Dust a little cinnamon.
All right, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah,
these look so good.
I'll say this is not a quick one. It's definitely
It's an
one of
easy
our.
one.
Yeah, it's easy, but it takes a little bit of time. So if you've got time and you're looking for an awesome dessert, this is it. All right.
I'm gonna cut this one open.
Okay.
Just 'cause
Let's see. Let's get in there.
should have got a knife.
Should have got it. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that is.
I can't wait.
Ready?
Yeah. Like you, I've been ready. You're gonna make such a mess.
Mm-hmm. Steal some whipped cream from that one. I think it's fantastic.
Okay. It's so tasty. Oh my, the dough, the apples, the brown sugar, the cinnamon. This is the best.
You definitely gotta try this one. We like to do desserts, as you may have realized if you watch our show often. We figured out how to bake on the griddle, so to speak.
Yep.
With a lot of different things, and everything has turned out amazing. So, as always, we appreciate you watching. Go check out blackstoneproducts.com for all things Blackstone. Make sure you subscribe and ring that bell on the YouTube channel so you don't miss any of the great cooks from any of the great cooks.
Like Matt, CJ, Todd, Betty, Bruce, Nate, and us.
And until next time, guys, this is Destination Delicious, and we will see you down the road.